Rad family! On Thursday, I posted a video asking you all a question that I really wanted to know your views and opinions on. If you didn't see Thursday's video, the question I asked was, do you think social media is ruining or enhancing society, and why do you feel this way? I was completely blown away by all of your radtastic responses. So today's video, I want to cover both sides of the conversation using your comments and points and views to explain both sides. To kickstart the conversation, I will be jumping into the idea that social media is enhancing society. A wonderful point that so many of you brought up is that social media is a tool, and how you use it determines how it impacts your life. Social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, and so many more have given us this radtastic opportunity to have conversations and form connections and bonds and make friendships with people from around the globe. While social media hasn't physically shrunken the earth, it feels that way because now you can talk to anyone at any point, anywhere, as long as they have internet connection. For example, I can talk to someone in the comments of this video and not even know where they live, what their face looks like, what their real name probably is. And that to me is so cool because regardless of that information or their location, we can still talk and be friends. Besides making new friendships and connections with people you have never met, social media has also allowed you to get closer and know more about the people that are in your everyday lives physically. A lot of you say how it has made you closer to family members of your own household, or maybe family members that live a little further away that you don't get to see every single day, but because of Facebook and Twitter, you know what's going on with them. It takes 10 seconds to send an IM to someone 3,000 miles away asking them how their day was. This open line of communication has really impacted how we communicate with one another, and for many of you, that has been incredibly beneficial. Another wonderful point that a lot of you brought up is how education and information is at our disposal. There is so much out there on the internet that it is a little overwhelming. Before social media, you really couldn't know what was happening in China other than what the newspapers and the news channel that was on a very small portion of the day would tell you. You can now simply look up what's going on in Turkey or Syria or Egypt or Paris, and you will find answers, and most likely you can find personal experiences from blogs and social media postings. We have seen how powerful social media really can be in times of war and revolutions. Twitter and Facebook and Instagram have been used to make contact with family members and to stage rallies and demonstrations and to get information that the media and government may have been censoring. Social media has also brought people together by sharing certain common interests and beliefs and hobbies and so much more. And that is so cool because not every town has a club for every interest, which can feel pretty lonely otherwise if you can't find others to share that common interest with. Now it's time to jump over to the other side of the conversation and cover the idea that social media is ruining society. The biggest thing I think that stood out to me from all your responses is that a lot of you feel that social media has made our society addicted to our phones. Our society in this generation is now so obsessed with posting pictures of events that we went to or portraying ourselves as having a wonderful time that we actually forget to enjoy the moment and have a wonderful time. And a lot of you brought up that you will now be at the dinner table, or you'll be at a restaurant, or you'll be on a date, or you'll be hanging out with friends, and everyone will be glued to their phones and not talking with each other. And that is something I think we've all experienced. So social media has definitely made us addicted and absorbed into our phones and checking everything all the time. Another common point I saw was that social media has made people meaner. The anonymity that social media offers has definitely allowed for people that normally wouldn't say these mean things to now say these mean things because they don't have to worry about the repercussions of saying it to someone's face. Of course, mean people have always existed in the world, and it's not something social media created, but it does feel like nowadays with social media, you experience meanness on almost an everyday basis for some people. The last point I'm going to cover in today's video that a lot of you brought up is that social media has made us a society of vain and materialistic, appreciating people. Does that make sense? It has become a norm to hashtag humble brag. It's become more than just posting accomplishments that you're proud of. It's become a form of competitiveness where you want to one-up the people you're following. People want to feel validated, so they seek that from likes and comments from other people saying how awesome their accomplishment or their life appears to be. If you go on Instagram and you scroll through your feed of the people you follow, or if you do the random feed where it shows you just random popular images, more likely than not, you're going to see pictures of someone wearing a $30,000 gold chain than someone at a soup kitchen helping out. It's now more cool to be fiscally irresponsible than it is to be kind. There have always been competitive people that like to brag, but a point that a lot of you are making is that now it has become the normal, where before it wasn't. Since now that I've covered the main points of both sides of the conversations that you guys brought up, I want to share my personal 2 cents on the subject. I can't pick a side of this conversation. I am smack dab right in the middle because I see the pros and cons. I understand and acknowledge many of the wonderful points that you all brought up on both sides. And I was surprised to see many of you feel the same way as me, that you see the good and bad of the situation. I see that social media can be a powerful, wonderful tool that can bring people together and promote social awareness, but then I also see that social media can be a bragging contest that can make you feel like if you can't outdo that person you're following, then you're somehow failing at what you're doing in life. Since I am in the middle, I completely agree with the standpoint that social media is a tool, and how you use it completely determines your experience with it. And while this may sound so serious, and I hope it doesn't sound preachy, social media doesn't have to be so serious. Don't let anyone make you feel bad because you want to only follow people that post cat pictures. At the end of the day, social media is about entertainment. So do on it what makes you happy. I don't believe that taking selfies or using a filter or posting just the highlight of your day is ruining society. It's all about intentions. If someone is posting only the highlight of their day to brag and make you feel bad because their highlight of the day is better than your highlight of the day, or someone's using a filter because they feel like their skin isn't perfect enough, well, then those are the bad parts of social media, and that's what we need to change. But that's it. I don't have the answer as to how to make social media only beneficial to society. I don't know if that's something we can ever answer or ever make possible. After reading all of your opinions and trying to articulate my own opinion, I have seen just how much more complex and hard to answer this question turned out to be. It has made this conversation all that more meaningful from your responses, and I thank you guys so much for taking the time to share your viewpoints with me. So this was definitely a different type of video than what we are used to. If you liked this type of video, or you want to see more videos that are a conversation like this, please give me that big thumbs up to let me know that you did enjoy it. If you want to share another point that you thought of, or if your opinions changed at all while watching this video, let me know down in the comments. And if you're not yet part of this radtastic community, which I hope this video showed you how rad everyone is here, please hit that subscribe button and join today so that you can join in on the conversation. Until next time, bye!